In Bell County, 1 in 6 families have food insecurity. Food insecurity is when the occupants live in hunger or fear of starvation, not knowing where their next meal will come from, or having to choose between paying bills or eating. This term helps us define the predicament many of our clients find themselves in. Let's take a look at one of our local food pantries here in Bell County. Southside Church of Christ Food Pantry has been running for over 20 years and has been able to keep up with the COVID blows. Let's hear from Barbara Fitzgerald.
Please introduce yourself and what you do for the food pantry here.
My name is Barbara Fitzgerald, and I am sort of the assistant director of operations. Monday morning, very early, we go to the downtown food bank and we pick up the food that we've ordered. And then after we pick that up, we bring it back here to our pantry and we separate it out and decide what we're going to provide for the clients for the week. We put it away, we make up bags, and we're normally done here at about 11:30 on Monday. Tuesday comes bright and early again. We come down to do our distribution. We have probably 10 volunteers. I make sure that everybody has a job and everything's working very smoothly. Everybody has what they need to do their job, and pretty much I just run and stomp out fires to make sure that everything is running smoothly so we can serve the approximately 125 to 140 families that we serve every Tuesday. And then Friday morning it's up again, going to Temple, to the Churches Touching Lives for Christ Pantry to pick up things that they have there for us that they're sharing with us. And then to the Helping Hands Ministry in Belton, where the produce hub is located, and we pick up a large variety of produce to give to our clients on Saturday. And then Saturday morning, we're up here again, handing out food for the clients again. So pretty much my week is pantry. I retired from working and I volunteer pantry. We could always use more volunteers.
What is your ideal number of volunteers per Tuesday and Saturday?
I would say 10 would work pretty good. If we have 12, we're okay, but 10 would be is really nice.
The ideal.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can do it with 6, but we're all wore out and tired when it's over.
You heard Miss Barbara talking about the very many jobs we have at the food pantry. We have new client intake. We have the person scanning the clients that already have a card. We have our wonderful people taking out the baskets of food to the clients' vehicles and loading them up. You have all the pre-work that goes into it by loading up all the extra fruits and vegetables that we get donated into the individual bags for our client. You have all of the moving bodies to make sure the baskets stay filled constantly as our hours of operations to keep moving smoothly. Without a doubt, we do have a lot of moving parts, but one of our favorite moving parts is Gail Healing, and she is a force to be reckoned with. She is our head director of the Southside Food Pantry. Let's hear from her.
Hello, I am Gail Hewling. I am the director of the Southside Church of Christ Food Pantry.
Wonderful. How long have you been in that role?
I've been in this role about 5 years.
Wonderful. Would you say there's been a difference between pre-COVID numbers, during COVID numbers, and then post-COVID numbers?
Oh, absolutely. Before COVID, we probably served about 50 to 60 people 2 times a week. During COVID, we served upwards to 150 and above 2 times a week. And after COVID, if that's what we want to call it now, we're about at that level again.
Okay. What is your ideal number of volunteers?
The ideal number of volunteers would be about 20 people to run the operation. We are a drive-through pantry, and we specialize in fresh produce, so it takes a lot of people to handle all of the produce and get it into the cars.
And would that be 20 people per day y'all hand out, or even on Mondays when y'all get deliveries?
Definitely 20 on the days that we hand out food. We're open on Tuesdays and Saturdays from 9 to 11. And then on Mondays, we pick up anywhere from 5 to 7,000 pounds of food. We need about 10 people at that point. We do have a box truck now that we can use for picking up our food. The truck was funded by a grant from the Central Texas Food Bank. So that cuts down some of our numbers, but then you have to shelve 5,000 pounds of food. So that takes a lot of people.
How much food would you say you give out in a week, like by pound?
We give about 50 pounds of food per household.
Okay.
So we can multiply that by however many.
We did 158 families,
Right.
so that's a lot of food.
It is a lot of food. Well, what we pick up, what we get, we turn around and give out. We don't have room for very much storage. So if we pick up 5,000 pounds of food for the week, then that's about what we give out.
Do you feel like we're making an impact in Bell County by being here 2 days a week, giving out 50 pounds of food?
Definitely, I really do. We see the people come back, they return, they appreciate the canned goods, the shelf-stable food, and the fresh produce and fresh dairy that sometimes we're able to get. And we have many of them tell us that this is what they're living on. Right now, the cost of groceries, as you know, has skyrocketed, and people that haven't been to the pantry, say in 3 years, are coming back because they just can't afford the groceries.
No.
I think that we have a really solid pantry. It's been in operation for over 20 years, and we plan to continue that. We're looking for volunteers. We're looking for innovative ideas so that we can serve our community.
The consequences of not feeding our children are flooding our schools, healthcare system, and our judicial system. An extra $62 a month per child may not sound like much, but the future savings will be exponential. It is imperative to feed our children from birth to 18 years of age. Healthy food at that. Families should not be hunting and scrambling for enough food to feed their children. Healthy food is not a privilege, it is a right. Write your congressman to ask them to expand the SNAP benefits for our families.